I need to be honest with you and I need to tell you something.
Here we go.
I don't like Harry Potter. And I'll tell you why. Never been revealed on social media, so this is a massive exclusive. I'm going to share the screen right now and I'm going to get a live reaction. This is my director's cut. Bismillah, it's Mr. Islah. Welcome to the Director's Cut podcast, where we talk all things ethnic within the entertainment industry. And obviously we're in lockdown, so it's a bit different this time around. But as always, every guest gets a special intro.
Woo!
And she's excited already. I didn't even start, bruv. In a world where finding your destiny was rare, one brown girl didn't become a teacher, doctor, or lawyer, but went to a school to learn Khala Jadoo instead. Her name was Afshan Azad.
That was very good.
That was your very own movie trailer.
Love it. You should do this for a living.
Well, I'm trying. Let's hope it works out. What are you saying, man?
Hi, finally, I'm on. I'm doing something with you.
I know. Literally, we've gone back and forth deciding what we can do together.
Yeah.
And it was random because I wasn't even ready to record today. But then when you said, let's do it tomorrow, I was like, okay, cool. Because I know for a fact I'm not going to get a hold of you again. So, Afsh, the tradition on this podcast, yeah, is I ask 3 random questions just to warm up, yeah? So, your first question is, what were you really like in school?
I was really good at school. I know it's like, but I was really good at school. All the teachers loved me. Prefect. I used to hand out all the registers in the morning. The teachers used to love me. Honest to God, the teachers loved me. I was a good girl.
You were literally the same character as you was in Harry Potter.
Well, a bit better actually.
I can't imagine that. I thought you might say you were a class clown.
Why do I look like I would have been a class clown?
Yeah, I would have expected you to say I got sent out a few times, got sent to the principal's office.
I did. I got put on report a few times.
Ooh, what did you do?
I can't.
What did you do?
No, because it's really mean. It was more with the teachers. There were set teachers, I think, that just didn't like me. I used to talk a lot. The complaint that used to happen was that, yeah, I talk too much.
That's good, because now you're getting paid for it.
Exactly, right?
Your second question, yeah? Because I know you love this sort of stuff, yeah?
Oh, come on.
If you could be quarantined in a reality TV show with 5 other people, who would it be and why?
Oh, anyone, dead or alive.
I feel like I know 2 of them already.
Yeah, go on, guess 2 of them.
I think it would be Prince Harry and Meghan.
I'm going for the other one. Kate Middleton and William.
Okay, so that's 2.
You've got to get the Queen in there.
So that's 3.
People don't realise, I actually love the royal family. I love the young royals, okay? The young royals. Michael Jackson.
So you'll be quarantined with the Queen, Michael Jackson. You got 1 more person.
I'll go with my husband.
And your husband.
I better say him.
Because you can't leave him left out, innit?
Yeah, I better say him.
Oh my days. That's actually a decent reality TV show, man.
Right?
Like you got the royal family, Michael Jackson and your husband.
I just ask him questions all day long.
Is there anyone out of those 5 that you'd have an argument with on camera?
My husband. My husband. We'd be arguing day 1 in the Big Brother house.
So yeah, last question is, everyone gets this question on the podcast, yeah? If you could be a character in a movie and live in that reality, who would it be and why?
Can I be myself?
Apart from Harry Potter, you can't be yourself. No, you can't be yourself.
And live in that world. Wow, what a question.
Take your time. Think about it.
The thing is, I'd be a character in a movie, but I wouldn't want to live in that world. I'm a huge, DC fan. Marvel, DC, all of that world, Avengers, Batman. Yeah, I know, I see your Marvel t-shirt. But I'm a DC. I'm a DC girl. I'm a DC girl.
I'm a DC girl as well. I'm a DC girl. I'm a DC guy.
You're a DC girl?
But I only had a Marvel top in the wardrobe.
I'd love to play some sort of superhero.
Okay.
But I wouldn't want to live in that world because all they're doing is fighting night and day.
So you'd be like a superhero blogger.
Yeah, superhero blogger.
You could be Lois Lane.
Oh, yeah. I could be Lois Lane.
That's what I'm saying. Lois Azad.
Lois Azad. Let's make her Bengali, yeah?
Yeah, man. DC needs to rewrite it and just recast the ethnicity.
Lulu Mia.
Lulu Mia. Oh my days. Thank you, Afshan. That was your little warm up. Let's start off with how we met. Because I actually Can't remember either.
Oh, you probably remember. I don't know. I've got really bad memory, guys. Like, I've got really bad memory. Asian Media Awards?
And I think it was either that or the British Bangladeshi Awards is when we met. But we did know each other online before that. But I just don't remember when.
I've always been a fan of the Corner Shop. I've always been a fan of the Corner Shop show. So I used to watch and follow, and I'm one of them. Like, if I'm in a room of people that I personally recognise, I'm too shy to like ever to go up to anyone. But you're like yo, which makes it so much easier for me to be like, hey, yeah, I know who you are, yeah. But probably that Bangladesh award show, and then
I think it was the British Bangladeshi fashion and lifestyle awards. I'm looking at the award right now, it's on my show. For those of you guys who don't know, I won social media / YouTuber of the year, and it was presented to me by this one.
Yes, I presented the entire show. That was one of my first presenting like awards full show, but I really enjoyed it.
I actually recommended you to host it.
Did you actually? I did not know this.
Yeah, because the thing is, it was the first Bangladeshi award show, and then I said, let's mix it up. And then I gave a number of hosts that they could choose from, and then I said, if you're gonna get someone Bangladeshi, you need someone, you need a female. Go for Afshan.
Thank you. I actually loved it. I loved it. Thank you. I didn't know that.
You did really well.
I was so nervous.
I pushed loads of names, but I'm glad that they got you and Ami to kind of do it, because it was nice. It was a nice little dynamic.
Yeah, it was really nice, and it was a great night as well. We had so much fun.
Yeah, it was jokes. I'm not gonna lie. So okay, the minute everyone sees you on my screen, they're gonna think, okay, we want to know about Harry Potter, right? Mm-hmm. But before we even get there, all right, I need to be honest with you, and I need to tell you something that I've been trying to get off my chest since I was a kid.
Here we go.
All right, are you ready? I don't like Harry Potter.
I mean,
and I will tell you why.
There's one thing saying that you've not watched it, but to outright tell me that you don't like it, dude. Do you know these fans are gonna come for you?
I know, and I'm gonna get bare comments saying, "Oh, he's a Harry Potter hater." But look, I will tell you why.
Why?
All right?
I've never actually heard anyone say that I don't like it. Like, why don't you like it?
I don't not like Harry Potter as in the universe, right? I just don't like Harry Potter, himself.
What's he done to you?
And I'll tell you why. He made my childhood a living hell because I used to look like him.
No.
And I used to get bullied for looking like him. And I'm going to show you a picture that's never been revealed on social media. So this is a massive exclusive. So I'm going to show you a picture of me when I was in year 7, right? When I used to get bullied for looking like him. So I'm going to share the screen right now. Here we go. You're going to get a live reaction from Afshan of how I looked. Now you know why, yeah, I don't like Harry Potter. So Daniel Radcliffe, if you're watching this, yeah, you made my childhood a living hell.
You look so cute. You look so cute.
But luckily I look cute. Now I look cute. Back then I didn't. So Daniel Radcliffe, thank you, not thank you.
You actually don't even look like Harry Potter. You actually don't even look like Harry Potter. You don't even have the round glasses. So I don't know why anyone was even calling you Harry Potter.
You know what they used to call me? They call me Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I'm surprised. There's loads of them. Handi Fatil.
Handi Fatil. I'm gonna stop sharing that because I don't want people to see this.
Screenshot everyone. Screenshot it.
Oh shit, that's definitely going viral, man.
Tell me that you've watched the films though, right?
Okay, so here's my next thing. No, wait. I have watched Harry Potter 1, 2.
You're just here for the hype.
No, I actually did watch it, yeah, but because I used to get bullied by him, right, I've never actually got myself round to watching every single one.
You don't have a clue who I am, what I was in, what I did.
No, I know you played one of the twins. I went around to my family's house and they were watching it. I remember seeing the 2 twins on screen. I was like, hold on, I swear I know that girl. And I remember on your bio, you said, oh, that Bengali girl from Harry Potter. I was like, oh, okay, so that's her. And then I actually watched, I don't know what film it was, I don't know which one it was, but I did watch some of your scenes, and you went to like a ballroom dance thing, and like you were with the ginger kid. you see what I mean? I don't even know the names of the characters yet, because that's how badly Daniel Radcliffe affected my life.
Harry Potter fans, do your thing. Do your thing.
I'm gonna get attacked, but I have to say the Harry Potter movies, from what I've seen of trailers and clips and blah blah blah, they are amazing. And at the time, I think Lord of the Rings was coming out at the same time as Harry Potter, so I was watching that more than Harry Potter. But just for you, I will do a Harry Potter marathon. How's that?
Yeah. Do it and let me know.
Alright, calm.
We're in lockdown now. You've got no excuse.
Yeah. I'm doing a lockdown marathon of Harry Potter, guys. Episode?
You've got no episodes. It's a film. Guys.
It's not like Star Wars, is it? Not episode 1, episode 2, right?
No. It's like film 1, film 2, and there's 8 of them that you gotta get through, so you better get started.
How many movies are there?
8.
8. Okay. Alright, I can do it.
You gotta start right now. After this, you started.
Alright, that's it. I'm gonna have a Harry Potter marathon, guys. So basically, like, obviously, I know you get this question everywhere you go, yeah? But how did it happen? How did you get into Harry Potter? How did you audition? Did you go to acting classes? Like, what? Talk me through the process of how a young Bangladeshi girl like you got into a massive franchise like that.
So, I know I've probably said this so many times on so many different platforms, but
Or if you want, give me the breakdown, innit?
I'm gonna give you the breakdown.
Okay.
I was 15 years old in high school in Manchester, so I'm originally from Manchester. I went to an all-girls school in Manchester, Wally Range High School, and you know, at the beginning of class, like your form class, your form tutor kind of says, oh, after school, there's basketball class, there's blah, 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 blah. And this one day, they were like, oh, casting agents are coming to choose 2 Asian girls to play in their next Harry Potter film. Now, you've got to bear in mind, I was 15 years old. I'd already read half the books by then. I was a huge fan. I used to queue for the books. I used to pre-order the books. I was a mega fan back then. And going to an all-girls school where predominantly all the girls are Asian anyway, the whole school turned up after school. I didn't tell my parents. I actually lied to my parents saying that I'd got like basketball club after school because I didn't know how they were going to react. And I was like, me and my friends were like, we have to go. Like, regardless, let's just go for a joke. Even though there were 2 Asian girls, they were auditioning for 2 Asian girls, like all my friends, white, black, like everyone was auditioning, like every girl was going. They said Harry Potter, like, you know, every girl's gonna go. The first audition was like the quickest thing ever. They literally knew what they were looking for. They went into the room and they were like, you, literally just singled us out like that, like you.
Wow.
There was no acting, there was nothing. We just turned up and we were in our uniform. So they literally were like, you. They told us to come back at a second audition, which was in Manchester as well, like in a hotel somewhere. Went there and the rest was history. Like literally, I auditioned 12 auditions.
Wow, 12 auditions.
I found out I beat 8,000 girls to get the role.
Wow.
And I'd never gone to acting school or anything in my life. So we travelled around the whole of the UK, like auditioning. So first 2 were in Manchester, second 2 were in London, then we went to Birmingham. Then they kept calling me to like take me to places, and I was like, what is going on? Like, surely it can't be me. Like, there were so many other girls auditioning as well. Yeah. And so many other girls went to like acting school and RADA and this, that, whatever. And I was like, this small little Bengali girl from Manchester. Like, no, I'm never gonna get this. And on the final audition, final audition, the whole room, so there was 30 girls, and the whole room was full of twin girls, actual twins, apart from me and Shafali, who ended up playing my twin. And I literally thought to myself, there's no way I'm gonna get it. Why am I on my own? Every other couple here, every other girls are twins, they're looking for twins, like, I'm not gonna get it. And they kept calling me into a room and then calling like one of the other twins into the room. So they were like sisters, calling one to like sit with me and then calling another one of the twins to sit with me. And then I remember I took my mum with me to this audition, and she's like this small little Bengali mum who was like, don't get your hopes up. This isn't gonna be, look, there's all these twins everywhere, and you know, you're not gonna get it, but just, just we're here for the experience and that's what counts. And then next thing you know, I get a call on my 16th birthday telling me I got the part. And it was actually on my birthday. They had no idea it was my birthday. But on my 16th birthday, I got a call saying, congratulations, you got the part. And I literally was like, I remember I was eating rice. I was eating my mum's rice and curry, sat in front of the TV. I was eating back, and then my mum and dad were upstairs, and I remember dropping my plate and screaming, like, on the phone. And then being on the phone, like, can we speak to one of your parents? And I was just screaming, like, oh my God, my mum came running down saying, like, who's died? She literally thought somebody had died, and that I got the phone call. I was like, I got the part. And my mum then was like, I always knew that you'd get the part. I always knew it. Like, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, right. You told me that I did. And she was like, no, I just always knew it. And honestly, the rest was history. Like, it was so long ago, but I was just in the right time at the right place. And for someone that didn't have any acting ability, apparently I was a good actress. Mike Newell said, who was the director of Goblet of Fire, the first one I did, he would rather have two girls that didn't look alike but could act naturally than two girls that did look alike but that couldn't act. And I'll never forget that, and I owe them everything. So apparently I had some natural ability. As my dad said, I was a drama queen since birth.
Well, listen, you and me both, I haven't gone to acting or drama school either. So, that's saying something.
That's saying something, guys. Go for everything. Go for an audition. Go for anything. And you never know what the future holds.
That is crazy though. So they had a whole room of twins and they were casting for twins, but then they saw something in you and thought, no, we want this one.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That is such an inspiring story, man.
And it was honestly for me a dream come true. Like, I know it's so cliche to say, but honestly, it genuinely was. And I remember I couldn't tell anyone for months.
Yeah.
And we couldn't, because on the fourth film where I started, there were a lot of new characters, and the press really wanted to know, like, the new characters. And this was all before social media ever existed. Like, this is, before any of this. So I remember being at school and having to go to school the next day and being like, I can't say anything. And I remember girls who auditioned was like, yeah, I got to the final audition, and in my head I was like, you went in the final audition, but I had to keep my mouth shut. I remember telling my best friend, and I only told her, and I was like, you can't tell anyone else. And then when it broke that we got the news, there was press outside my house.
Good.
Like outside my school. They were like, literally, we had to, it was mental. And then I moved to London, and that was it.
That is crazy, man. That is, I've never heard you tell that story. I actually saw your Q&A on YouTube, but I thought, you know what, I don't want to watch it because I want to hear it from you. I have never heard the story. I genuinely didn't know it was going to be that crazy. That is like a movie in itself, literally.
Honestly, my life is like a bit of a movie, to be honest.
Drama queen. Did you realize how big it was that you were representing British Bangladeshis on screen at the time? Or were you just like, oh my God, I'm having fun? Like, what went through your head at that time?
Nothing like that. I was literally living my best life. I was living a dream. I was on a film set for one of the biggest films in the world. Like, it wasn't just in the UK, Harry Potter is so worldwide. And I remember just sitting on set one day and looking around thinking, oh my God, these are like huge actors like Alan Rickman, Maggie Smith, like, Robbie Coltrane, and all these actors are in front of me, and I'm literally thinking like, what am I doing here? Like, what am I doing here? I remember, I'll tell you something, on the first day, we had a read through, and I remember everyone, like, a lot of new characters joined on that film, and I remember Daniel Radcliffe actually coming up to me and being like, hi, I'm Dan, and I was like, I know who you are, I know. You don't have to say that.
If that was me, I'm like, yeah, I know who you are.
And for the first few weeks, honestly, I cringed myself out because I remember calling them by their
character names,
which is so cringe.
Oh my days. Well, you kind of had like a little fangirl moment then, innit?
I know, I did. And then I soon had to stop because I was like, no, you can't do this. Don't be an embarrassment. You can't do this.
Are you still in touch with a lot of the cast?
Yeah, I am. I think it would be weird if we weren't, because we were together for such a long amount of time, and I kind of I felt I didn't really have like a school life after that. Like I did continue with my education, but I never really had that college, that university, that high school leaving life. Like the guys on set were my best friends and were everything that I know, and we had something in common, you know, like we all experienced this craziness together. So all the girls, we keep in touch all the time. Danny Radcliffe was one of my best friends when we were filming, and you know, like everyone was we were all so close. Thank God for social media, because if it wasn't for that, at least we can keep, you know, a lookout as to what everyone else does.
So everyone knows you for Harry Potter, right? But since Harry Potter, no one's seen you in anything else. So what was it that made you transition from acting to blogging? And why did you stop the whole acting thing? Or have you stopped the acting thing?
I don't think there's a certain thing as to why I've stopped acting. It was just kind of after I finished Harry Potter, like I didn't really have an acting agent prior to that, because obviously I never acted before. However, after I finished, I got with one of the best acting agents in the UK and kind of was auditioning all the time. And I moved back to Manchester, and to get on a train, like, you know what it's like to audition, but to audition and not live in London, where all the majority of the auditions were back in the day. Like my agent would ring me and be like, you've got an audition at 2:00. This would be at like 9:00. I'd have to book a train, pay like £300, get on a train, go to an audition where they weren't even looking for an Asian girl, you know, they were looking for a girl called Claire who had blonde hair and blue eyes, and just kind of, it was so draining, and after so long, and all I'd see is the same Asian girls and brown girls getting the same role. They weren't giving, like, you know, us new actors a chance. Like, as much as I've got Harry Potter on my CV, which is amazing, they wanted people who started from the bottom and worked their way up, whereas in my situation, I kind of did the opposite, where I started at the top, and now I've got to go all the way back down and do, you know, they wanted people like that. And I got approached for some Bollywood stuff as well, which I just think at that time I was too young to get involved. Yeah, I was too young to get involved in. I think my parents at that age, you know, were just kind of a bit like, I was a bit more wary about what I wanted to do. And obviously Harry Potter was a children's film, and it was kind of suitable for me and my culture, my, you know, everything, my morals and such. And a lot of the stuff that I was going for and audition-wise were just not suitable, and just not, like, I just wouldn't do for my own moral compass. Like, it wasn't anything to do with anyone else. And after a while, and after going back and forth from Manchester to London auditioning, I just was like, I just don't think this is for me. Like, I've done Harry Potter, this is the best thing I'm ever going to do. Anything else I'm going to do isn't going to, like, compete against Harry Potter. And I kind of moved into the whole presenting field, which I think suited me more and I enjoyed more. And, you know, I did a lot of gigs, like in Manchester, a lot of events that I presented, and just kind of, I just loved doing that. And I was lucky enough to do a CBBC show called Marrying Mum and Dad, which I presented, and that was like one of my first like BBC TV presenting gigs, which I really enjoyed. And then life just happened, and then I was doing a lot of modelling stuff as well, when I was a lot more slimmer and a lot more, you know, blah blah blah, and I was doing a lot of that, so I was keeping busy doing that as well as, you know, doing my degree and doing everything else. And I also took up acting. Is like, a lot of people don't realise acting isn't a full-time job. Like, there are months, if not so long, years sometimes, where people are unemployed and they don't have any acting gig. And so I got a job in the normal world, and I was working on top of that, you know, doing what I could. Harry Potter has helped me in life, you know. I'm good from Potter, like, financially, and it just kind of, anything else that I do after that is purely because I love it and I want to do it. So all this presenting and modeling and like this social media stuff, all of this now is because I want to do it. And I was on Instagram and I was gaining all these followers from just posting selfies.
Bro, I think that's what I need to do, because I ain't getting them followers, bro. I need to just...
Well, what happened was, this BuzzFeed article, or this Unilad, I think it's called Unilad article came out that just went viral, and just kind of like, this is what she looks like now compared to what she looked like, you know, in the Harry Potter film.
I think I saw that. think I saw that, and I was just like, that's some thirsty article, bruv. Some guys probably like, oh, look what she looks like now.
Yeah, when the article came out, I think my followers like just went up the roof, and all of a sudden I was like gaining followers from all around the world, and I was just like, what is going on? And I think it just attracted more attention to the fact that I was in Harry Potter and that blah blah blah. And then on Instagram, I just kept getting asked, how do you do your makeup? What are you wearing? Like blah 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 blah, like, you know, all these beauty fashion questions. And I was like, maybe I should, this is something, you know, that I genuinely enjoy doing my makeup, I enjoy doing my hair, I enjoy all that kind of that world, you know. I'm a quintessential, like, stereotypical girl in that sense. And, you know, I love all of that. And Instagram just became a way of life, and being this influencer, I hate that word.
I hate that word influencer. I just don't understand the word influencer.
Yeah, I hate that word, but people like to label you as that.
Yeah, I prefer the word content creator, but hey.
Yeah, content creator. However, I would say content creator, but I need to be honest with myself in the sense that I don't create as much content as I should. I'm not very good at it. Like, I don't, and you know what? Like, I know I'm probably waffling here, but getting married was like a huge life change for me. And for the past 3 years, not that I blame me getting married to being any less, you know, active on social media or anything. It's just my priorities have changed, and I just think it's just a way of life. You get older, you get married, you know, you have kids and blah blah. Your priorities change. Not that I have any kids right now, but and I just found the love of the acting side and that side kind of just dying down over the years. And don't get me wrong, if the right thing, and I always do this, if the right thing came about, I would act in a heartbeat. If the right film, the right TV, the right theatre, the right production came about and it had a great script, I would jump back into that. And I'm telling you, my family are the most supportive, proud family, in the sense that all they want me to do is get back into acting. And I get told all the time by my parents, by my brothers, like, come on, let's do something. But I don't know, it just, the world has changed so much, and you know that, like, you know, with acting and stuff like that, that it has to be the right thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I share the kind of same thoughts as you. So, you know, when I'm auditioning for stuff, right, I've been to some weird auditions, bro. Like, stuff that I'm like, am I really going to get this? And blah, blah. And it's always been the ones that I'm not prepared for that I get. But I do understand the whole, like one time I got a script, right? And then my agent was like, look, don't have to do it, but they really want you, so here it is. And I looked at it, and it said lead actor in a feature film. I was like, okay, like, I've never had that before. Opened up the script, and then, like, the opening scene was in bed with a girl, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, can't do that. You know, just I sent it back. I said, look, I can't do that.
So many things have come similar to that, and I'm just like, I would rather stick to my morals and stick to what I know and what I believe in, rather than make a ton of money and be famous by doing a film. Like, I remember auditioning for Slumdog Millionaire and getting to the final audition.
Oh, you would have been sick in Slumdog Millionaire, bruv. Oh, you would have been sick.
Me and Dev Patel were actually in the same audition process because they had stages. And I remember auditioning with Dev and just thinking, oh my god, this could be my next, like, full break. And also it helped that Danny Boyle, the director, was from Manchester. He lived right near where I went to school, Wally Range, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in with a chance. And then, because of Harry Potter contracts, I couldn't get into it. I would have breached contract if I were to do the other film. Not that I knew. I'm new in the game at that point, so I literally had to back out. And then, I'm not saying this is why they got Frida Pinto, I'm sure they were gonna, but you know, one of them things where you're just like, you never know, like, what if? I
think what we need to do, right, we need to get one of those people that edit memes, right? And then, you know, you put the faces on different people's heads. So we need to put Afshan's face on Frida Pinto's head in Slumdog, and then see how that would have worked out. But then you'd have to kiss Dev Patel, and it's just a bit awkward. So
exactly, And then I think, you know what, it just wasn't meant to be. It
Yeah.
just wasn't meant to be. And there's plenty more, you know, stuff out there. And I'm genuinely like think it was the best decision for me to like kind of step away from that. And some of my actor friends, you know, in Harry Potter went on to have very successful acting careers, and I'm probably one of, if not the only one, to back out and to concentrate on a different wavelength. And I'd love to go into the presenting line. I mean, that is what I love, and after doing it a few times, I can really see myself being comfortable doing that. But if all else fails, I've got my social media.
You've got Instagram.
And honestly, people don't appreciate how much of a full-time job Instagram is. Instagram and YouTube. Like I rate you so much. I rate you so much. Even doing this, guys, I've literally got boxes on my camera and like a ring light. This guy has the full-blown equipment, like, which I should have. I need to invest in myself. But one thing I will admit is I'm bloody lazy. I am lazy, and I think, oh yeah, whatever. Like,
Listen, she was so lazy, she didn't even reply to me when I asked her, can I get you on my podcast? Like, it used to happen. And I had to comment on one of her posts just for her to say, oh, let me reply back. And now it looks like I'm begging it, bruv.
this is the thing, I love doing stuff like this, and I've said to you, I'd love to, you know, work with you. And the more older I get, and the more like I see new faces coming onto the screen, I remember like being one of, if not the only brown face on a Hollywood film back in the day, a child.
That was actually what I wanted to ask you last, Red, just before we kind of wrap up. But as an ethnic person, right, because this is an ethnic podcast, as an ethnic person, someone who's obviously transitioned out of acting and, you know, would love to dabble back in when the time comes, like, do you keep an eye out on other people that are doing their bit? Or like, do you keep an eye out on other actors, other shows that are coming out and think, oh, right, that's quite good. That's quite good. I like that.
100,000%. Honest to God, like, and I get so nostalgic, and it brings back so many memories, especially with child actors. And like, obviously I'm considered as a child actor coming into Harry Potter, and people, every time I go to the Asian Media Awards or any form of Asian event, or, you know, I see all these people, and I literally feel like an old person, because I feel like I'm the only one that's going to all of these, and I've only done Harry Potter, and that's what people know me as. And I'm lucky in the sense that Harry Potter is such a global phenomenon that it will never ever die out, you know, like new generations are picking up Harry Potter, so it's always relevant. Whereas all these new faces that are coming in, a part of me is a little bit like, not jealous, but part of me is a bit like, oh, I'm really proud of you. Like, I'm so proud to be British Bangladeshi. I'm so proud to represent, you know, Bangladesh, Britain, like Manchester, like on TV and in film. And I love the fact that I get all these girls like coming up to me like, oh, you're inspiring me, and blah, blah, blah. And I love the fact that there are so many more new Asian faces and so many more Asian influence on TV, in presenting, in news reporting, in, you know, documentaries, in everything. You're seeing more people of colour on TV and in our screens, you know, and I'm here for that. And I literally, there was a show on Netflix. It was about an Indian girl and her kind of growing up in an Indian family and blah, blah. She also, like me, had never acted before, went into an open audition, got the part, and now she is like winning awards. I watched her, she posted when she got her part on Instagram, and I kid you not, it was exactly like me. She just got told in school. Next thing you know, her whole life has changed. And I remember watching that thinking, oh my God, this is exactly like what happened to me. And I was so excited for her, like, because I just know what's going to happen for her future. And she's such a talented actress anyway. And I reached out to her and I messaged her and I was like, this is so exciting. Like, you wait and see, like, you're going to do so amazing. And I think it's easier now to do well because there's more acceptance of it rather than how it was back in the day when I was first getting into it. Hence the reason why I fell out of love with it. I think if I started now and I got the role now, I think I'd be a lot more confident, I'd be a lot more, you know, assured that I could do something. But back then it wasn't, I don't think it was like very out there or accepted as much as it is
Yeah,
now.
because growing up, right, the only Bengali person I saw on screen was Connie Huck, and even back then, it was like there was no Bengalis on screen, let alone like South Asian, innit?
Yeah, Connie Huck was one of the first that I grew up on. My parents knew Connie Huck, you know, like we were all, she was like an inspiration to me growing up and on computer and everything, you know, and even now, like, sometimes I have to pinch myself on the things that I've been able to do just because I'm like, I don't forget, but I'm just like, oh my God. And when young girls especially message me and they're like, oh, I don't want to be a lawyer or a doctor or a pharmacist. I want to go into the arts and I want to, you know, be an actress or I want to be a singer or I want to be, you know, I want to go to drama school or whatever. It's hard for me to watch that and to hear these little girls, because I'm like, do what you want to do with all your heart. Like, I didn't want to be an actress, it just happened, and I was lucky enough to have a family that supported me in that. But I'm very aware that a lot of families don't as well support you, especially. But
yeah, I mean, my mom still doesn't even know what I do, man.
did she think that you work in a bank?
I'll be honest here, my mom has always been skeptical, even up till now. She knows what I do. She stalks my Instagram and she stalks my YouTube, and then she'll always make a comment like, don't think you should have done that, don't think you should do that, and and sometimes I'm reluctant to tell her good news, because sometimes she just knows how to pop the bubble. Like, I just did a ITV series, right? And then she messaged me and said, oh, where are you? I was like, I'm at work. And then she was like, is it a temp job? And because she knows I'm in and out of jobs.
Can I ask you why you do that? Like, why do you say I'm at work? Like, why do you not say, guess I'm at ITV and I've got this opportunity, and you know, like, why is it that there's something in you that just can't?
It comes to a point where I've had so much history with my mum where I've told her, oh my God, I've just done this and I've just done that, and you know better than I do, right? The majority of the things you do in this industry, you might not get paid for, but it will lead on to other paid things. And my whole YouTube life has been about that, literally grafting from the ground up, working behind a till in Zara and working in the Apple store and like mopping floors in like retail stores to save up for a camera. All those things I've done, I've always thought ahead. And for my mum, I think she's always used to like, okay, that's great, but how much is it paying you? Are you going to be able to do this? What about this? Can you do that? And like, oh, when does that job end? Whereas she's happy that, okay, you got paid for it, that's good, but she's not over the moon as much as I'd want her to be. So I think to say it's not really her fault, because obviously she's come from an upbringing where you have to really, really grind, to kind of survive. And it's not her fault. I think it's more my fault, because I'm too scared to get upset. So I don't tell her, because I want to remain in my little bubble that, yes, I've got an ITV role. Yes, I've got a BBC role. And I want to stay in that happy bubble. Whereas if I tell her, she'll kind of bring me back down to earth and say, okay, yeah, but you're going to be on set for 3 days only, and then what are you going to do after that? What's the next job after that, sort of thing? So in a way, I think it's my own insecurity that I don't tell her.
I think that's a very Bengali Asian mentality anyway to have. Like, that's not just your mum. I'm sure there are millions of mums out there that are the same.
There's loads out there, and there needs to be more support in the older generation.
Yeah, but I do think that it's our job to educate and to sit them down and to say, this is our life, this is normality, this is normal, I've said it before, a lot of people who are in our industry, acting, blogging, social media, all of this stuff, get paid more than doctors. Yeah. And I'm not the first to say it, and if you're enjoying what you do, I think your mum will be so much happier knowing that you're enjoying doing what you do, rather than being mopping floors or doing whatever, And to see your success, I'm sure she's very proud.
I mean, technically, you could be a doctor. You just have to act in a movie and pretend to be one. So where? You know what I'm saying? My dad is actually the supportive one, because basically my granddad, I call my dad son there. My dad son had a really nice voice. My dad has a really nice voice, and that voice got passed down the family. And when it came to like singing and beatboxing and stuff, my dad saw me doing it and he heard it and he was like, oh, my son's got my voice. He's got my voice. Like, he was so happy. And then when other people were telling him that, oh, I've seen your son in Kuna Show, tomorrow Friday, see YouTube, And then my dad would proudly say, that's my son. And he'll go around, like, I'll be meeting random people on the street, like a bloody ticket inspector on the street, and just tell him, oh, we're just going to park here for a few seconds. And then my dad would be like, you know who he is? He's my son. He's famous. He's an actor. And he'll go tell the whole world who I am.
What do you think my dad and my mom do? Bloody hell.
I know, if that's my dad, yeah, I don't even want to know what your dad's been doing.
Do you know what's worse? When your husband starts saying that when you're going out. That's what's worse.
That's dope, though. That's dope.
I was just very lucky, and I know that I'm very lucky that my parents literally, like, if you saw my mum's shrine that she has of me, of all the memorabilia, all the little things that I'm on, my Legos, my this, that, whatever, that anything that she can collect that's got me or my face or my character, anything on.
It's a big shrine.
There's a shrine. And she's like, one day you will thank me, we'll show your kids and you will thank me. And I'm like, okay.
It's very different to kind of see or hear a story where like someone's gone through the acting thing, but not given up as such, but transitioned into something different, because that may happen. Like you might lose a passion, or from hearing your story, I think it wasn't your fault, it was the industry. And that is so relevant right now, because even I feel like as much work as I'm doing, I'm working 10 times harder just to get into places like the BBC, the ITV and Channel 4, just to be represented. And I think representation is something that's so rare even now. Even if they say, oh yeah, we've got Man Like Mobeen, or we've got Citizen Khan and blah blah blah, this is still lacking. And I feel like your story is so relevant right now to be able to say that back in the days it wasn't like that, but now you're seeing it and it's advancing forward and you're open to come back, and that is just...
And I love it. I love to see it. I love to see it. I'm so proud whenever I do see it, and I just want to see more, to be honest. And one day maybe you'll see me back on your screen.
Inshallah, man. I'm looking forward to that day, man. And I hope, yeah, inshallah, that day will be where me and you are on screen together. That would be sick.
Who wants to see it? Who wants
Come
to
on.
see it?
Someone make a movie and cast me and Afshan, yeah? Like a superhero movie, innit? You know what I'm saying? Afshan, to wrap up, where can everyone find you? Where can everyone follow your beauty tips and your hair tutorials?
I have a YouTube channel, Afshan Azad, and I have a Instagram account, official Afshan Azad, or is it Afshan Azad?
The one with a blue tick, that's her, innit? After your blue tick, I got my blue tick.
See? Catches on.
Oh man, Afshan, thank you so much
Thank you so much for having
coming
me.
onto the show, man. Thank you, and I hope we can do it again. That's a wrap, guys. Peace.